Well, welcome back to Papa Junk Shop. Glad I didn't take them labels off. Got the control box off and everything. Got all the brush wires disconnected. And I pried on this a little bit and it was coming off. It'll take this assembly off. So I went and grabbed the puller and stuck on there. So looks like it's going to slide off of there. So okay, there's the end bell with the brush holders. Now I can get all that cleaned up now. And whole bearing feels alright. So now the next step, I guess, is going to be removing all these bolts around the outside edge. So get going on that. Well, I got all bolts out. Got the chain fall on here. It's not really going to be balanced right, but I just didn't want it to slam down on that armature and do any damage. So this is my first attempt, so I'm just going to bang on it with a hammer and see what happens. Yep, it's cracking open. There she comes. Yeah, she's pretty hefty, alright. Not sure how I want to go about this. Oh boy. I don't think I'm going to hit on that. Hold down here, maybe. Yep. Looks like this brace is going to be in the way. Well, I'll be back when I get her out of there. Okay, I got that brace out alright. Let's see what happens now. Oh boy. This sucker is heavy. Alright, she's out of there. Now I'll get stuff cleared off and get her up on the bench there so we can check her out. Okay, now we should be able to check her out. Well, taking the first look at things, just trying to figure out how to go about checking this thing, and just generally looking it over, I might have already found the problem without even getting the meter out. As you can see, this is the start of the coil, first coil, and we got the 3 connections. One for the start, one for the charge, and one for the field. I'm not sure which is which. And we got the 3 of them here too. And we get over here to this 3rd and 4th coil. There's only 2. One here, one here. The middle one's missing. but there's a little stub of a wire there and there. So I'm thinking when I bought this thing here, the guy told me it didn't generate. I didn't think it was going to be a big problem, or else he didn't tell me. I don't know which. It's been a long time ago. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the issue. I will put a meter on and make sure we got continuity going both ways through the coils, and then hopefully we can just dig into the insulation there a little bit, get enough to get a connection on there and get another wire in. Be nice to know why that's missing. Suppose it was occupied with a varmint previously and that was in his way and he chewed it off. It's funny there wasn't any other damage done. Or maybe there was. I don't know for sure. This friction tape stuff is probably what they used at the time, so I'm not convinced that somebody's been in there and put that on there, but don't know for sure. So I guess get a meter and ohm things out and make sure we got connections coming from each end to those points there, and then figure out how to get a connection there. Now I'm going to get started on checking this thing out. So it looks like, yeah, this is the common end, which comes in here. This is the first coil that's missing the jumper. So put the ohm meter up and see if we got continuity through this first coil alright, if I can get a probe into this piece of wire that's hanging out here. Yep, 27 ohms. Yeah, let's go to ground. Okay, so we don't have any short to ground. Okay, so let's move this over onto this wire. This would be the one that went to the adjustable part of the field resistor, and that'll go through 1, 2, 3 coils to get over here to where we're missing the jumper between the coils. I would think if we have 27 there, we should have about 3 times that here. Get a connection here somewhere. .8. No shorts to ground. So now, if I can get that insulation off of here enough to get a spot where I can clear that little stub of wire off and probably solder a connection on the jumper between these two. Hopefully we'll be back in business. So I'll get set up to do that. See you in a bit. Okay, gonna give her a try. Hopefully you guys will be able to see. Probably my hands are going to be in the way, but you can see this coil is all wrapped with this, almost looks like that friction tape stuff, so it almost looks like I can see the shape of the wire going down through there and into there. So hopefully I can just cut this a little bit right along there and get maybe 1/2 or 3/4 of an inch of bare wire, which I can get cleaned up, and do the same over on this side. I think this one looks like it heads this way. That makes sense because this coil would go clockwise and this one would go counterclockwise to make the north and the south. So I'll be cutting up this way on this one. So give her a whirl, see what happens. Stuff is still pretty tough. Let's get this out of the way. We'll put a new piece of that on there. This is a heavy one. I would guess that this is for the starting. And they've got the wires overlapped, soldered, with another wire wrapped around them to bundle them together. So. Really careful so I don't nick anything. Okay, there we go. Looks like I got a start on it. Yeah. Not looking too bad so far. Let's put along those pliers here. See if I can pull that. There we go. Not sure if I want to try for a little more. No, let's pair this and see what it looks like. Well, the stuff is tough. I'm assuming that it's probably soaked in shellac, probably. Okay, I can see some copper. Okay, so alright. So far so good with that one. See if we get lucky with this one. Keeping the sharp part of the blade pointing out so I don't nick anything towards the coil. I don't want to peel any more of that off the cap there. Looks like we got about the same amount exposed. See if I can point it up. Okay. Okay, see the copper. Alright, I think we're successful without getting into anything, disturbing anything else. So, I'll get them tinned and find a piece of nice soft flexible wire and get them spliced together. Yeah, I think I got everything about ready. Got some soldered resin flux stuff here. So just a little dab on each one of them. I got some resin core electrical solder here. See how we make out 10 of them. Like it took pretty good. Shakier than heck, ain't it? Alright, they both look like they went well. So I got a piece of wire ready to go here, all tinned. And let's see, let's get. I wanted to have a little slat, you know, for expansion and stuff, so. I'm going to have just a bit of extra solder on this. I'll do this off camera, put a little extra on this wire so that we got something to work with. Right there. I wished I would have used the pliers on the first one. That was kind of warm. Well, looks like it wouldn't hurt to have a little more solder on that one. Yeah, I think it looked like it went pretty well. Better leave it alone. Yeah, I'm thinking. Let's leave it alone. I think we got good connection there. So, which way did I go with that meter? Let's do it. Let's do a check and see how we made out. Let's see, we had what, 27 ohms for single coil 81, so we should have a little over 100 ohms going from this common one, which is here, to this one. You guys can't see that meter, can you? Oh, that magnet works good on that meter. Okay, I see it. What if I set it right down in there? There, I can see it. Reflections. I guess so I can say it. Yeah, 108.7. Okay, let's make sure you don't have anything to ground again. Nope, we're open. Alright, so I guess next I'm going to try to get some insulation on there, tape, and clean up some of these other ones and just do a general, probably retape that one and some of these and do a little cleanup. And I'm going to do the same with the armature. I'm going to clean that up a little bit as long as I'm at it, and I might look into replacing that bearing on the end of the armature as long as I've got it off. So I'll get those things done and bring you back. Okay, I got these two connections taped up, and I used friction tape. A lot of you guys may have never seen friction tape before. It's kind of old school, but it really seems to work well. It's almost like a, wow boy, it's got a real stickum on it. It's almost like a cloth, and then it's got the sticky stuff on it, and it's really tough. And as you can see, so I'm going to do this one. I think somebody has redone this one at one point because it looks like it's got some of that like liquid insulation stuff on it, which I've never used, and I never thought it looked like it was a very useful product. I guess maybe in some situations it might be. Just gonna give us a couple of these. Let's get that off. You can see you can form it pretty nicely around stuff, and then quite often you can go over top of it with some vinyl tape and have a double layer of protection of it. See it? Works pretty well. Alright, gonna do some cleaning. And back over here at the generator, got the bearing pulled off. Made in USA, new departure 3205. And over in my bearing collection, I found a 205. See if it's the same thing. Well, I want one with double shielded instead of having it one end open. Looks like it's right to me. This is a USA one too. MRC. I got it cruddy already. And it came right off easily. Okay, that's going to go back on, alright. I'm sure that the outside is... Yeah, that's the right one. Alright, so I'm going to do a little very gentle cleaning. And I may spray some insulating varnish on that. Now I got the armature coated with some Krylon red insulating varnish. It's made for doing this. And I didn't think I was going to get any out of this can. I've had it for a while, as you can see. It was 89 cents when I bought it. I bought a whole bunch of it, and it's probably like 30 years old or something, so it didn't come out of the can with much enthusiasm, but she soaked up pretty nice. So hopefully that'll be beneficial. Let that dry, and I don't have the bearing all the way on yet. And I'm going to smear some paint on that other part that we just fixed and take the rest of the day off and let it dry. See you tomorrow. Maybe it'll make some electric tomorrow. Now I got her all back together. Getting good at it. Doesn't take too long. Got everything hooked up. I think we're ready for another trial. They say it's been a couple days since it's been run, so it'll be a cold start. And as you can see, we got the 25 volts from the battery coming here. That's what goes through and closes the relay to tell it to start. So there we go. Hope they'll be light. Yeah, let them be light. Either I got a bad connection or the batteries aren't up. Hang on, I'll be back. I stuck a battery charger on there for a little bit. Let's try it again. Tried to crank. Maybe them light wires I got aren't helping there. Let's try it one more time. Yeah! Meter says 156 volts, so I'm going to have to adjust that, readjust that for the field coil, or else slow it down. Okay, I manually slowed the engine down a little bit, dropped the voltage, so somebody might, trying to get it work, somebody might have sped it up, because it does sound to me like it might be running just a tad fast. There isn't a tag on it, so I don't know for sure what the RPMs are supposed to be. So I think I'll look into adjusting that governor just a tad. Not sure you'll be able to hear me, but we got 116 volts and a 750 watt light bulb and a hot plate that uses about 700 or 800 watts. So I had to adjust the governor and the field rheostat and the linkage to the carburetor. I think I finally got it settled in.
But I still got to go through that magneto because I think we still got a little bit of ignition issue there. But at least we got something to work with now. We know everything works. Just got to get her tweaked in. That's been running for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Seems to be doing okay. The battery charging section works okay. Like I say, got some more tweaking to do, but at least you know everything is functional now. It's just a matter of getting her fine-tuned. Only about 20-some degrees out here today, so gotta have the door open. It's getting pretty chilly, getting towards the end of the day, so I'm gonna call her quits for today. So we'll end this video. So if you enjoyed her, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, please do. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.